Hello fellow survivors, this is your buddy RV Guy back again with another little quick video review. And today I have a scenario for you guys, okay? Let's say your city, state, or town, maybe even country, is hit with a major power outage. Let's say if it's natural, it could be anything from earthquake, tidal wave, a major storm, hurricanes, tsunamis, things like that, something that would knock out the power. If it was man-made, it could be an EMP attack on the power grid, your power stations. Either or, you're out of light, you're out of electricity. So in the nighttime, you can't see, it's pitch black. What would you use? Well, you'd have to go back to the basics. You'd have to either burn candles or some type of oil-burning lamp, like a kerosene lantern. What would you choose? Would you choose both or one or the other? Which one would you feel safer with? Would you feel safer with the candles or would you prefer the lanterns? That's the debate today on the Extreme Dream Survival Channel. Okay guys, I'm back, and what I have in front of you here are two different types of lanterns. On this side, the black one is a candle lantern, okay? Looks like a kerosene lantern, but it's not. It's actually a candle lantern. I've taken the bulb out. You see the red one? It had a bulb like this. I've taken it out. I put a mason jar, and I put a candle in it because I wanted a candle lantern. I wanted to have one of each. On this side is a kerosene lantern. Okay? Now, the debate today is, what would you use? What would you feel safer with? Would you feel safer with the candle or the kerosene? What's the pros and cons of both? Now, I'm sure if you're in a blackout situation, emergency, you're going to grab any one. And you're going to be like, look, I just need some light. I need to be able to see at night. I need to see if anybody's coming in to rob me or do harm to my family or steal my property. I need some type of light to see in the nighttime. Okay, if you can't get electricity, you can use flashlights. But how long does the batteries really last with flashlights? Are you going to burn them all night? I don't think they're going to last that long. They're going to get dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And how many of us stock up on boxes and boxes of batteries? With these lights, candles, or kerosene, they're more efficient. They're going to burn 5, 6, 7 hours. Believe it or not. And they're not going to use any power. You're going to get a steady light. They just have to be handled safely. So let's take them one by one. First off, the candle lantern. Now, the candle lantern here works off tea light candles. All right, they're very small. You can keep them anywhere. A bag of tea light candles, like this one here, costs about, I don't know, maybe $3. You can stock up on bags of these candles, and let's see, let me take it out and show you what they look like. See, they're just little tea light candles, and believe it or not, these things burn for about almost 7 hours, guys. I didn't believe it until I set it and I let it burn myself. It'll burn. They burn slow. And you can get scented ones. They have all different types of scented ones. They have some with citronella to keep the bugs away. They're very, they're very versatile. So you could take $20, $30 and buy up a whole bunch of bags, put them in a place. If they get wet, the water's not going to do anything to the wax. You can wipe the water right off and dry it up and burn the candle. Store it up in a closet or someplace, and you'll always have this lantern in emergency. It's safe. If the lantern falls over, if it tips over, the only thing that's going to happen is the flame's going to go out. Nothing else is going to catch on fire because the whole thing is encased in glass. And it's easy to light. Here, let me show you. It comes right out like a regular lantern would. Okay. Turn this around this way. All right. Now, inside here, you see this little tea light candle. You take your lighter. I'm going to use my electric lighter. Okay, it's the electric lighter right here, guys. And you find the wick of your candle, which is right there. And you light it. Kind of hard to do this with. There we go. All right. And you put it right back inside. Just like that. Now, give it some time. The flame will catch up, and it'll start to get brighter. Just like this. Let's put it towards the middle. There we go. And yeah, and there's your light. It's very bright. Like I said, I made this out of a mason jar. I took the bulb out. I took the mason jar, put it down inside, took the top off, turned it upside down. And those mason jars, they have those little lids that come out. So I just put it right in there just like that. And it worked perfectly. The reason why I did that, I wanted something besides kerosene. Something that I can use safely. I don't have to worry about it tipping over. You can find candles anywhere. Like I said, these little tea light candles, they come scented. You can get vanilla tea light candles, cinnamon, whatever, linen scented tea light candles. You can get the ones with the, what do you call it, the mosquito repellent, the bug repellent in them. It gives off a little bit of heat up here, and I guess that'd be good for the bug repellent because it would go out into the air. But as you can see, it burns bright, and it's a real reliable, safe light, guys. It's going to burn for about, like I said, just about 7 hours, that little tea light candle. That'll get you through the night. Okay? Now, those, I would say, would be the pros of the candle lantern. You know, you're in a blackout, you have a reliable light, it's not going to go out, the wind can't blow it out, okay, because it's inside a glass there. As you can see, the flame doesn't flutter, it doesn't do anything. It's safe, and it's going to burn long lasting. All right? Let's move this over to the side. Now let's try the kerosene. Okay, now this is a kerosene lantern, guys. Kerosene lanterns have been used for years and years, decades and decades. What's good about kerosene lanterns is if you have a kerosene heater, you can also use a fuel for that. If you have a kerosene stove, you can also use a fuel for that. So you can knock out 3 birds with 1 stone, as they say. How you light this lantern, same deal. You pull up right here on the top. There's a tab. You pull this up, pivot it forward. The glass bulb. Use this hand. Pivot it forward, and you take it out. Okay. There we go. Once you take it out, inside here, there's a tank right down in here, and you fill this with kerosene. You also have to have a wick. Now, what I like to do is I like to keep the wick on the roll, put it inside there, fill it with kerosene, let the wick absorb all the kerosene that it can. Then I pour the rest of the kerosene back into the bottle. So the wick right here, let me see if I can get a little bit closer so you guys can see it. So the wick, see the wick right there, guys? The wick right here is saturated with the kerosene. I don't like to leave this filled down here with kerosene because if it tips over, you might spill some on the rug, and kerosene catches on flames like gasoline, and then we got another problem to deal with, right? We got a fire on our hands as well as a blackout. That's a no-no. So, this wick has been saturated. Let's see if we can light it. Got our lighter. There we go. Caught right up. Also, these kerosenes have this little valve here where you can adjust your flame. So we're going to lower it down. Okay. We're going to put our glass bulb back on it. And we're gonna close it up. Now, the advantages of the kerosene lantern, I would say, over the candle lantern is it burns lighter and you can control it. As you see right here, guys, see? I can't do this with a candle lantern. All right, I can turn it up higher or lower. Now, the higher you turn it, the more you're going to burn away your wick, but you get a brighter flame. Okay? The disadvantages is you're messing around with liquid fuel, with kerosene. If it was to tip over, fall over in the night, you were to stumble or something like that, and that kerosene spills out, you could have a fire in your hands. But if you have other kerosene items in your house, like stoves, heaters, things like that, you can use it for that also. So it's a multi-purpose type of fluid. Myself, I'd go with the candle, guys. I like the idea of it being able to burn all night, safely and not having to worry about it. That's just me. I like the idea of being to stock it up. That's another thing. You have to stock kerosene, store it in a warm, safe, dry place. And if your home catches on fire, not because of kerosene, but because of anything else, the kerosene would be a fuel to that fire. Let's say your home catches on fire because of electrical fire or whatever, and it gets to where you're storing this kerosene. That's just going to add more fuel to the fire. Candles, you can just store them anywhere. You store them in a bucket, store them anywhere, store them, and don't have to worry about it. So, myself, I'll go with the candles. I know when you turn this up, you get a little bit more light, but the candle gives you a steady burn all night for about 7 hours. And all you have to do is change the little tea light candles. And like I said, you get a bag of these, $3, $3. Scented ones you can have. They'll make your place smell good. I just like it better. But you tell me what you would choose in the comments. If the shit hits the fan, what would you go for? Kerosene or candles? Or would you use them both? Would it really make a difference to you? You guys let me know. This has been your buddy RV Guy. Until next time. Peace.